What's going on, peoples? It's Gendo here. Welcome back to another edition of the Great Chicago Fire. If you are still enjoying the series, please go and do drop it a like. Now, before we get into today's matches, I do got one thing of note. It is Saturday, and later on today, it is going to be the MLS Cup Finals versus Toronto FC and Seattle Sounders. If any of you guys are interested in watching that, either here in the States or across the pond, I suggest watching it because it is two great teams going up against each other for all the marbles, and I know that is going to end up being an all-time classic. So just putting that out there, but that's not why you came watching today. No, you came to see me take on Monterrey in the second leg here in the semifinal of the Champions League. But before we get to that, of course, we need to go over how we've been doing in the league. And as you can see by the standings, if you haven't looked already, we've been doing fairly well for ourselves. Because since our last double live com, we rattled off 4 straight wins, starting off with a 2-1 victory at home versus Philadelphia. And this is one of note because we had 6 players out. We had 6 starters out due to international duty, so we had to cobble together a different set of roster. And as you can see, the 3 guys up front, Ramirez, DeLu, and Dickinson, this isn't the actual formation I used. I pushed both of the wingers up into strikers, so I had a 3-striker front, proper striker front, and we got ourselves a 2-1 victory on the day. As you can see, Ramirez and DeLu getting the goal scored in the first half, Philadelphia getting a consolation in the 65th minute. We had 14 shots with 8 of them being on target. Yes, we didn't have a lot of the ball, but we put pressure on the goalkeeper on Philadelphia's side, and that really was all that mattered. Following that, we continued having close matches versus Atlanta and Columbus, defeating Atlanta twice, both times at home. I'm really surprised that we actually played them twice at home. I guess the third time is going to be away, so no matter like that. 3-2 at home in the first time, 2-1 at home in the second time, then Columbus 3-1 winners away from home. Also, Bastian Schweinsteiger getting himself his first goal in a Fire uniform in this match in the 51st minute. Now, during this time frame, we also made a couple of moves, someone coming out, someone coming in, and the person that is going out is Razvan Kokic, the 35-year-old Romanian, going to a team called Cartagines, and I believe they're in Costa Rica. Cartagines are in fact in Costa Rica, so I said that Alajuelense was trying to come after him all of last season, and ultimately just, nixed on the entire offer. So we got rid of Razvan Kokic to this team in Costa Rica for $46,000, not at all what he was worth when we brought him in and what Alajuelense was going after. But money is money, and being 35 years old, Razvan Kokic just didn't have a lot left to offer. But then coming in, we got ourselves the winger that we needed for depth, Mike Grella, coming to us from Houston Dynamo, trading out $50,000 in targeted allocation money to bring this guy in on what is essentially going to be a loan deal. It's not quote-unquote a loan. It's more of a rental player deal. We have his contract till the end of the year. If he impresses for me, then I could sign him on for 1 more year. But as of right now, it's the trial period to see if he is good enough to stay at the club, or do I have to go out and get someone else. And as it shows right now, he did get us a goal, and he got us a goal in that Atlanta United match. But now I need to stop dawdling. It's time for the match that you have come here to see, and that is the second leg versus Monterrey. We aren't going to be changing up the lineup too much, of course keeping our 4-5-1 formation. The lineups as follows: Johnson in net, Ramos, Kappelhoff, Opara, and Vincent along the back line, Ferreira's the defensive mid, Guarin and Diskerud the 2 center mids, Molino and Akam on the wings, and DeLu sitting up front. Boys, this is a big match. This will see Chicago Fire through to a first ever Champions League final if we somehow pull this out. Right now, it favors us because we have the 2 away goals, but we really can't rely on that. Monterrey have proven that they can strike at will, so we just need to keep our deadly form up, keep our decent attacking form up. And it looks like they're going to be coming out once again in that defensive-laden formation with the 2 DMs. But you can't say that they're not going to try, because they have pushed up last time, and I'm sure they'll push up again. So with all that being said, let's cross our fingers and hope for the best. A final berth is potentially on the cards. 4 minutes on, we have the ball in an attacking position. Guarin through to Akam, who's cutting inside, gets to a Molino. Oh, what in the hell? What just happened? Molino bouncing it off the defender, and then gets the rebound and back of the net. My brain was still trying to process what in the hell just happened. It's great that we got ourselves off to a nice early lead. Molino taking the shot initially. He hits the same defender twice, and the second time it bounces off of him and goes into the back of the net. What luck. 17 minutes on now. Once again in the attacking area, Kappelhoff to Mix. Oh, and apparently Ferrer was offside. I guess they said he was close. No, I'm just thinking. I'm sitting here on control. I think I should go up to attack and really press the issue, but at the same time, I don't want to lose stability in the back. But really, that's why I don't want to push up into attack. I need to keep that stability along the back line. I need to keep a solid base to prevent Monterrey from getting anything in this match. So we come to halftime, and I don't want to be changing up too much because, well, why fix what ain't broke right now? We're in the lead. We have a control. We have the majority of the shots. We are pressing the issue. So all we need to do is just keep this going for the next 45, and we will see this match out. But I can talk a big game, but the players need to actually produce. And right now, the one player that is letting me down a little bit is Michael DeLue with his 6'4". I may have to swap him out to Christian Ramirez sometime soon, just so we have a new attacking presence up front. And you know what I just realized is that Christian Ramirez can't be a part of this match because he's not registered, because he came in too late. So yeah, dumb on my part, but Louis Soniak then is going to have to come up top and use his pace to fluster the back line of Monterrey and keep that attacking presence and pressure up for us. What sucks is that David Accam has also not been very good in this second half. His rating has dropped from a 7 to a 6.7. It's now down to a 6.8, but I was thinking about subbing him out for Grella. We'll see how this highlight goes. There are a bunch of tired players. Oh, what a shot from Elias. Ooh, we'll swap Guarin and Ferrer so that Guarin can then come out, and Matt Polster will be along the back line. And as far as what do I have for pace, or what should I do defensively, my defense is looking fairly solid, I'm not going to lie, even though they are starting to get down into those low 70s, high 60s. But we'll go with Ira Cartwright for Brandon Vincent. I guess we will make that one swap out in the defense and hope that we could see this out. And we're doing very well to hold up the ball right now with the players that we have. So you know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm actually going to do? I'm actually going to cancel those changes, and we're going to see this match out. I hope that this last second decision won't come to bite me in the ass later on, but we're going to see this match out with the players we got. Soloniak taking a shot wide. And now Monterrey are coming to hit us on a counter from that attack. A ball's coming through. Oh, all right. All right, Elias gets the goal. It equalizes the match. It's 1-1 on the day, 3-3 on aggregate. We still have the advantage. So you know what I'm going to do? I paused it here for a reason because I'm going to make the subs. Brandon Vincent and Iko Para are going to be coming out. Iko Para is going to be out for Joe Mera, and then Brandon Vincent is going to come out for Ira Cartwright. So instead of switching a midfielder and defender, I'm swapping two defenders because at this point in time, I need all the fresh legs I can have on that back line to prevent another goal by Monterrey. There's still 5 minutes left to go in this match. 2 minutes of stoppage time on the clock, and the 5 minutes have gone. Guess what, boys? It doesn't even matter. Not a single highlight in those last 5 minutes, and we are going to see ourselves through to a Champions League final. Oh, I was clenching. I was waiting for a highlight in those last 5 minutes, but nothing came. The defense holds stalwart, and the Chicago Fire are going to go through 3-3 on aggregates. Away goals rule. And now we need to see who we're actually going to face. I would assume it's Club America, but we don't know if Santos Laguna came back. Such a good feeling. It's such a damn good feeling that we are getting ourselves through to a final, and it is also a two-legged final. Champions League final in CONCACAF is a two-legged final. So as you can see, Santos Laguna 2-1 winners on the day, but that is not going to be enough to overturn the initial aggregate deficit. So it's going to be Chicago Fire versus Club America in the CONCACAF Champions League final. Club America, I believe this is going to be their fourth final in a row. I think it's their fourth final in a row, but they've won 2 out of the last 3. So they're no strangers to the final. And now that we are in there, we have ourselves a decent chance of winning it as well. We're going to have to go to the Azteca because that's where Club America plays, in the Estadio Azteca. So that's going to be 1, a difficult environment, going up against 2, a difficult team. And 3, I also don't even know if we're going to be the home team to start. If we're the away team, I could deal with that. But if we're the home team to start, that's just going to make everything more difficult. So in 2 weeks' time, we're going to be taking on Club America, but it also looks like in 2 weeks' time, we're going to be the away team to start. We are, in fact, going to be traveling to the Azteca. Oh, man. Oh, this is good for us. So now we got to turn our attention on Toronto FC in the league. And be honest with you, they have not been the best team starting out this season. Through 4 matches, they are only 1-2-1. But like I said, it's early. They could definitely turn themselves around with the amount of players they have on their roster, amount of quality players on their roster. So I would expect this to still be a difficult match, even though the record so early doesn't show it. Oh, and if you are wondering what happened to the Chicago Fire scarf, don't worry. It's right here. I just forgot to put it on before I started recording. I know, blasphemy. Much better. In fact, this was needed because we're traveling up to Toronto next, and Toronto in early April, I've heard, isn't very warm. So Scarf is definitely in tow going forward, and the lineup's going to be as follows in this match versus Toronto. Johnson's in net, Ramos, Mera, Opara, Chris Hall along the back line. A little bit of squad rotation because of the fitness issues. We're going to have Pedro Ferreira in the DM. We're going to have Schweinsteiger starting today with Guarin alongside of him. Molino and Grella, Mike Grella, getting a start on the right side. Michael DeLue staying up top for now. Christian Ramirez now on the bench, available to be subbed on just in case. And like I've said, Toronto off to a slow start, but they still are a deadly team. They still have the top three of Osorio, Giovinco, and Altidore, so can't put anything past them. They are deadly. They still have Michael Bradley down there. They still have Benoit Cheroux, Beitashour. Got to watch out for the crosses from him. So yeah, it's still a dangerous team. We cannot put anything past them. Early doors, 10 minutes on, ball coming inside. Schweinsteiger, oh wow, it's off the line. Schweinsteiger to DeLue, but the ball did not go over the line. It was a great pass in from Schweinsteiger. Just very unfortunate that the ball did not go into the back of the net. It hugged the line, and that's a no-goal. DeLue, however, forget everything I just said. We get the goal anyway. It's a slow-ass roller, but it beats the goalkeeper, Michael DeLue, with his name on the score sheet, and it's 1-0 to the Fire. Ball coming forward now, Giovinco to Altidore. Altidore, taking a shot, but Johnson with the safe hands, keeping it out. Got to manage their attacks. Free kick, Giovinco, off the line, off the post. Oh man, they are just coming at us now. That opening goal by us woke them up. I mean, at this point in time, with how much that Toronto are pushing on us in attack, I feel like we should start pushing back ourselves. Oh my God, he hits the crossbar from 25 yards out, and it dropped straight down. Holy Jesus. That's the closest. That is one of the closest that Toronto has gotten to scoring, and nearly gave me a heart attack. That was such a great shot. And if only it was a few inches lower, that would have been, we'd be talking at halftime, a 1-1 draw going in. But as it stands right now, still 1-0 to the Fire, very lucky. But god damn, boys, we need to change things up. So we need to go attacking. We need to hit them early crosses, and everything else looks fairly solid. Like I said, match their attack speed with our attack speed. And I feel like at this point in time, Mike Grella coming off for David Accam would do exactly that. Bringing on from some fresh legs, some fast legs down that wing. 67 minutes gone now. Once again, Giovinco to Altidore to Evander Snow. Woo boy, another good save by Johnson, keeping the match. God damn it. I was about to say keeping a clean sheet, but then Michael Bradley taking the words out of my mouth, getting his first goal of the season, and leveling it up in the 68th minute. Let's take a look at this. A decent corner kick from Osorio, and it just finds the feet of Bradley. Not being marked. That's shocking. Ramos is a decent crosser of the ball if he just had that under control. What is going on? What even just happened? It crossed in, it bounced off the bar, and everybody just stopped. Oh, and Molino is going to get called for offside. If that would have counted, that would have been the flukiest goal I would have ever seen out of my players. The referee needs to blow his whistle. It's a wide shot from Cheroux. That's going to be the last attack of the day. This match ends 1-1. Toronto and Chicago can't seem to win. They share the spoils, and unfortunately, that is really not a good match by us. And I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I was really appreciative of Sean Johnson in between the sticks today. Everybody else needed to get their heads out of their asses and put more goals past their keeper. But a draw is a draw. 5 wins, a draw, and a loss. 16 points at the end of everything. And now let's take a look and see when we'll be coming back. In fact, you guys already know when we'll be coming back, because you guys already know that we're going to be coming back for the Champions League final versus Club America, both away and home. In between that time, we got New England, DC United, and Montreal Impact, which the Impact match will just be relegated to a recap thing. But as it stands, this is a big match. This is a series-impacting match. Can we do it? I hope that we can, but it's a big challenge with Club America being the best team in Mexico. So anything can happen, and I honestly won't be surprised if we lose. But just making to a Champions League final is immense. with the amount of money that we're actually going to get out of it. But we shall see what happens in the next episode, and I hope that you join me then. But as far as this episode goes, we have come to the conclusion. I would like to thank you all very much for joining me this episode. If you liked what you saw, of course, go and drop it a like. It lets me know that you're still interested in the series, and of course, subscribe if you are new. Any comments, suggestions, questions, anything else at all, please leave in the comment box below, guys. But as always, this is Gendo, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and peace out.